Chris Pratt's commitment to his craft reached new heights, quite literally strapped down, in his latest thriller, Mercy, where the actor, 46, insisted on being physically confined to a high-tech interrogation chair for the entirety of his scenes. Premiering in theaters on January 23, 2026, the film thrusts viewers into a dystopian near future where artificial intelligence governs the justice system, sifting through an avalanche of digital breadcrumbs like doorbell footage, social media rants, and encrypted texts to render verdicts. Pratt's character, a detective ensnared in the murder of his wife, endures a grueling 90-minute trial bolted to this ominous contraption, a symbol of inescapable scrutiny in an era of total surveillance. At New York Comic Con on October 9, Pratt, flanked by co-star Callie Reese and director Timur Bekmambetov, divulged the deliberate choice to embrace real restraint, revealing how it amplified his performance and delved into the psychological undercurrents of vulnerability. The genesis of Mercy lies in Bekmambetov's vision of a world where technology's promise of objectivity devolves into Orwellian overreach. Pratt's detective isn't just accused, he's dissected, his every past interaction algorithmically autopsied under the cold gaze of AI judges. The chair, a sleek fusion of metallic alloys and neural interfaces, isn't mere set dressing. It's the narrative's pulsating heart, enforcing immobility as a metaphor for the loss of agency. Pratt, known for his everyman charm in blockbusters like Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World, saw in this setup an opportunity to strip away the action hero veneer. "I asked them to confine me in it," he confessed during the panel, his tone a blend of mischief and earnestness. "So I didn't have to pretend that I was strapped down." By foregoing the illusion of bondage for the genuine article, Pratt surrendered to the role, allowing the physicality to inform every beat of sweat, every twitch of defiance. The confinement was meticulous. Cuffs at the ankles and wrists, engineered to mimic the chair's futuristic locks without compromising safety. As the trial escalated, Pratt's character teetering on the brink of a fate he couldn't evade, the actor even opted for head restraints in climactic sequences. "And for part of it with my head at the end when I'm about to be, well, I don't want to ruin the movie, but I'm strapped to this thing," he teased, drawing laughs from the audience while hinting at the film's pulse-pounding twists. This immersion wasn't masochism, it was method acting distilled. There's a certain level of claustrophobia that you just naturally feel when you're strapped down to something, and that was helpful, in fact, Pratt elaborated. The creeping dread of immobility seeped into his psyche, manifesting in micro-expressions, eyes darting for unseen exits, breaths shallow against unyielding bonds, that elevated the thriller's tension. Pratt's aversion to escape artistry extended to the production's practicalities. When crew members demonstrated the quick-release mechanism, they said, "Well, if you want to get out, just pop, you do this." He demurred with fervor. "Like, I don't want to get out. I want you to lock me in so I can't get out. That would be helpful to me in giving this performance that I'm completely stuck here." This refusal to self-liberate forced reliance on the team, mirroring his character's plight and fostering a raw vulnerability rare for Pratt's oeuvre. In a career defined by physicality, scaling skyscrapers as Star-Lord or outrunning dinosaurs, Mercy marked a pivot to stasis, where powerlessness became the ultimate exertion. Reese, playing a fellow suspect, noted the ripple effect. Watching Chris locked in like that, it ratcheted up everyone's intensity. You feel the weight of it all. A subtle flourish in Pratt's portrayal nods to cinematic forebears. His character's bare feet, exposed and vulnerable while ensnared, as an ode to Die Hard. The 1988 Bruce Willis classic, where the hero's socked soles became an icon of gritty endurance, inspired this detail, a tactile reminder of humanity amid mechanized horror. "Bruce did it first and best," Pratt quipped, bridging generations of action thriller lore. Yet Mercy subverts the trope. Where John McClane's feat propelled rebellion, Pratt signals surrender, grounding the film's exploration of tech's dehumanizing grip. Bekmambetov praised Pratt's intuition. He understood the chair wasn't just a prop, it's the villain. By living it, Chris made us all feel trapped. Pratt's preparation for Mercy was as immersive as the filming. Months before principal photography, he pored over real-world AI ethics debates, from facial recognition biases to data privacy erosions, infusing his detective with a haunted awareness of his digital footprint. Workshops with Reese honed their on-screen rapport, their characters' fleeting alliance a spark of humanity in the machine. The chair sessions, lasting up to 12 hours, tested Pratt's endurance, meditating between takes to channel frustration into fury. "You start questioning everything, your choices, your past," he reflected. "That's the gift of it, total surrender." Critics anticipate Mercy as a career-defining turn for Pratt, blending his comedic timing with dramatic depth. Early buzz from test screenings highlights the chair's visceral impact, audiences squirming in empathy. Reese, whose indigenous heritage informs her role's moral compass, lauded Pratt's allyship. He listened, amplified, made space for my truth. Bukhmambetov, a veteran of hits like Wanted, called it Pratt unbound by binding him. As release looms, Pratt teases Mercy's broader resonance. A cautionary tale for our algorithm-obsessed age. We're all one post away from judgment, he warns. By choosing confinement, Pratt didn't just act. He embodied the exquisite terror of being truly seen, strapped to the consequences of our connected lives. In Mercy, the chair holds more than a man. It cradles our collective unease, courtesy of an actor who locked himself in to set us free.